Howdy folks, my name's Dragaden, and welcome back to the second devlog for Carrion Kitchen. Last month I focused on more of the concept of the game, and more of my thought process of what I wanted to do in the future. This month I'm going to focus on what I have actually made for the game. So if you look here, I have my basic setup. This is where just about all the game is going to go. I have each station as its independent 2D node, and it all kind of comes together in this one scene so I can switch between all of the different cameras. Let's go ahead and run what we have. Start game, animation plays, window comes up, and the crazy starts talking. Switching over to the cook section. This is where I've been doing most of my work for this month. So now, let's go part by part and explain how each element works. It all starts at the fridge. When you click on the door here, a collision shape sends that signal and spawns in the items. So far, I just have this burger patty, but eventually there will be a lot more ingredients. There's a second collision shape right here, and when it's clicked, it will close the fridge, and if any items are still in it, it will delete them. All of the items that the fridge spawns are technically children of the fridge node, and so to get this to work, I need to have the fridge in the whole game scene so they don't delete once they leave the cook area. I also did the same for the conveyor belt, so it's able to run throughout all of the scenes. My idea for the cooktop is to eventually have many different shapes of items, and you need to Tetris all of the ingredients together to maximize space, similar to the inventory systems in Resident Evil games. To get this effect, I needed some sort of inventory to hold all the items on the cooktop. I watched this tutorial, which is linked in the description as a base. I also used this tutorial for other parts of the station, such as the fridge and conveyor belt. Once you get your item from the fridge, you can place it on the cooktop and it starts cooking. I have a basic timer set up in the item itself to change its sprite depending on how much time has passed. It starts cooking when a signal is received on the item sent from the cooktop, and when it leaves the cooktop, that signal disconnects so it no longer cooks. Now, we're at the final step of the cook station. Once your ingredients have been cooked, you can drop them onto this conveyor belt and off they go, all the way down to the end of assembly. How the conveyor belt works is that once an item is placed onto the grid, it checks the next slot. The fuck was that? Anyways, so how the conveyor belt system works is that once an item is placed onto it, it checks if the square to the left of the item is empty. If it is, it will move that item into that slot. It will repeat this function until there are no more slots left in the line. The system is still very janky, but for now it serves the function I need it to, and with all these parts we're starting to see the gameplay of Carrion Kitchen form. I eventually want to add some tweening for smoother look and animation, but we don't need things to look pretty right now. So, what's next? Next month, my focus will be fleshing out the assembly station, continuing the chain of gameplay. I plan to create a system in which the player can stack items on this platform, and have data checks to see if the player made the food correctly. I think I'm going to stick to a simple pass/no pass system, since creating the point system I eventually want would be too complex right now. Seeing as the assembly station is the final point of production, after I get that knocked out, I can start working on making actual levels. But that's all next month. If you want to keep seeing me make this game, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. Hope to see you soon.